everyone, and welcome to my page Messages from Venus. This is Maddie, and this is going to be a review of, or just a discussion of the 7 spiritual laws of success, a practical guide to the fulfillment of your dreams, Deepak Chopra. And this is a very small read. So this is how the book is, and it is a hard copy. I bought it, it's a used book, so if you don't see it like this or find it like this, this is the actual front of the book. I'm actually rereading this book. I could have read it in a day, but however, I work for 8 hours of the day, then I have to come home, then I have to eat, take care of this and that and the cousin and the third. Anyway, I recommend this book because not only is it great for beginners in alchemy, or for beginner witches, for beginner alchemists, it's great for your everyday living, because not only does it give you the description or topics, or not only does it talk to you guys about the 7 spiritual laws, which are the universal laws, the 7 main universal laws for you to be able to have a better and successful life, but it also gives you examples on how to do so. So you're not just reading a book to read a book. It tells you, try this, try that, and see how that works out for you, to the point where you can follow step by step what the book is telling you. However, there's going to come points where the universe, because you're already dabbling in the energy, the universe will then give you another test or another run at it and see if you're going to react the same way and see if you're actually learning. Some people say the universe, some people say your higher self. However, this book is fantastic. The number 7 is very, very, very important. Some people say that there are 10, 15, 20 universal laws, etc., etc. But in reality, there's only 7. So the platform of the universal laws is 7 universal laws or spiritual laws for you to practice. And I feel like this book gives a lot of insight in regards to the difference between karma and dharma. I know I can go through the 7 spiritual laws, which I will go through. I already spoke about the universal law of polarity, but I think I'm gonna just touch base on it a little bit more, and I'll probably have like a small series in regards to the universal laws and spiritual laws. And this book depicts the universal laws as spiritual laws, but everyone goes through it, right? So to retract, because I'm all over the place, like I was saying, this book really touched me, not only because it talks about the universal laws and the different laws and it gives you examples, but it also touched me because a lot of people don't know the difference between karma and dharma, and so they feel like everything that they're taking in is karma. Oh, this is karmic debt. Oh, this is this, and this has to be a debt, as opposed to knowing when it's a dharma that's coming to you or leaving you, or when you are the karma of someone else, or you are the dharma of someone else. There's a difference. So I feel this is a very good book because it touches on the difference, and that's important, because knowing the difference between karma and dharma lets you know the difference of where you stand and other people stand. If you are a practicing witch, if you are studying any other sort of I don't know, spirituality outside of religion, and you want to step into your own power, which means you don't have someone in front of you telling you what to do, telling you what to say. Regardless of how many spirit guides you have, no matter how many gods or goddesses you work with, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that even when they're not there, number 1, you still have your 7 spiritual laws, your 7 universal laws, your 7 spiritual laws, and you also have yourself. And so you are in control. Even if they can advise you, Madeline, don't move here because this is going to happen, or these are the laws, and we're going to guide you through the laws. When we see that you're going this way and I'm telling you to go this way, you're about to fuck all of us over, they guide you, but it's still you are God. For example, the universe is a universal consciousness, right? It's a living thing, and within that a living thing, which is the universe, there's stars, galaxy, gases, this, and they all have to respect one another, and they all move in synchronicity and in nature with one another. And that's exactly how people outside of religion should think, or at least that's how they should be thinking. You're not supposed to be the sheep, And this book was one of the first books that introduced me to the goddess and God within me, because I am alchemy, and so therefore I can't just be a goddess. I have to also have a masculine energy within me, or at least respect the masculine energy within me, or energies within me. So this is a fantastic book for that. And it also teaches about the consequences of people thinking that they are above the universal laws. You're never above the universal laws. You're either following the universal laws, or you become the universal laws, and it's a difference. You're never above them. You never surpass them. So it's something that I've learned with the practices in this book and also in my life. So you're never above the universal laws. You can't be above the platform. So you are a co-creator, not a creator. So you co-create within the universe that's already there. It's the platform. So therefore, if you are a co-creator, or you're here creating, you should have some sort of platform for you to create on. So as a co-creator, I can't be above the platform. I cannot be above what was already placed there in front of me, even if what was placed in front of me was a complete darkness. The universe, it's complete darkness. Okay, no problem. It's still something, because it can be transmuted. I can take that darkness and make it into a ball, make it into the earth, make it into Jupiter, make it into Mercury, make it into my life, I can part the seas within the womb of the universe. So it's still something. So this book, along with the fact that when I first started, and I will always give props to her, you guys will always know that. You guys will always know that. When, that's why I hate witchy wars. Oh my God. Like, whatever. Separate topic. Anyway. When I first started watching videos, it wasn't because I wasn't manifesting or because I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know how to step into the platform of being a witch and having a title for what I was doing. I didn't fucking understand. I was just going through the changes and going through the motions. I'm like, wow, this is very interesting, but like, what are the repercussions? Like, I've always been manifesting things. I used to go to the library as a kid. Not to run off topic, but I used to run to the library as a kid with a few of my friends, and we would like get like witchy books and like do spells and like do things like that, and like we would manifest. We would be manifesting, and this is in middle school, but I didn't understand it. So reading is very important, because you understand what you're doing. You put a name to it, you put a face to it. So when I first started watching videos on YouTube, I didn't realize the world of YouTube was so huge into spirituality, and I reached out to Ashira Star Goddess, and she was talking about like the universal laws and like what they are, how to use alchemy, etc., etc. She was one of the best, and it still is one of the best witches out there. So I will always give props to her, because it's important for you guys not to have animosity, and number two, to have respect for people that have been doing it for a long time. It is important for you guys to respect, especially the newbie witches. If you're a newbie witch, or you're new into alchemy, or you don't want to call yourself a witch, but you're an alchemist and you're doing things for yourself, you know, or wizards or whatever, you don't want to call, I don't know, you don't want to call yourself a wizard or warlock or whatever. You don't want to call yourself, you're an alchemist, no problem. You grab yourself a book, but you should always give props, and you should always give respect to those who showed you the way, who allowed you to part the seas of your life. So that is something that I will always be grateful for, because not only because she was doing it, but because it's important that the youth have people like her. Because had I not found her on the internet or other people, I would have been misinformed. I totally misinformed. There are so many things that I've learned since being on YouTube, since learning on YouTube, about myself as not just a black woman, not just a Hispanic woman, but as a woman in general. And we were totally misinformed. Even when I was manifesting in the streets of New York, even when I was reading in the streets of New York. By the time you guys watch this video, you guys will see like how I used to set up in the streets of New York, and I was getting my readings. I was coming home every day with at least $30 in my pocket. If I didn't make that one reading, it like the next day I would make 100, 30, 40, whatever, you know? I was really, really, not just for the money, but I was really doing my readings. But the reason why I'm talking about it in this video is because you should always, yes, dabble into and jump into spirituality and fuck up so that you can mess it up, so that you can fix it up, so you can, you know, mess it up but fix it up. It's also because I want to have a platform where I too can not just continue to learn for myself, but also be a image for the youth, because our youth need it. Our youth, especially in a world we live in today, where the next video is going to be in regards to Sephora and the little magical boxes that they have. And it's important that people like us give out like energy and information, so that you guys know the resources and sources to go to, and you can read up on knowledge as opposed to just picking things up, you know, right away. Even though the universe might sometimes want you to experience that like it did with me, which is no problem because I'm able to handle it. Some people go through in the deep fucking edge, and instead of reading and understanding first and then experimenting, they experiment and then they don't know how to get out of their experiment because it's just too good. It becomes too good. But anyway, this is a wonderful book to touch on the platform, which is the number 7. Not only is it number 7, but the 7 laws, universal laws, not just to success, but not just to success in this life, but also to success in higher realms, in other dimensions, and interconnect with people. Okay, so we'll see if you guys like it. Let me know if you like it, if you like this book. Hopefully you guys have a great and fantastic experience within your spiritual practice, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But I will see you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.